Hello, hello. So the stream start. Oh, there it's picking up. Oh, that's weird. Second. Okay. So happy Friday, everyone. So I get back into Rogue Trader. It's been a crazy week, so I did just relax and wipe out some chaos. Chaotic week requires some order. Just get where we left off. So I met with the Sister of Battle, and I think she's part of my party. So we'll continue where we left off. Yeah. Oh, so it stopped here.
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Rip.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
She does make a good entrance.
Somebody shoot these men.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Alright, white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing, the weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
And just who are you so brazen with your inquiries? I think
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will tell them
archenemy
must halt
chaos.
the advance
Yeah.
of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Hey, Lucinity. How are you? Oh, thanks. Oh, you can't hear me, huh? Pizza from Target? Oh, I can pick different streams, huh? That's neat. Just taking out some Heresy. Alright, Zenithal's right. There's no time for a talk. For your sister. Be sure of that. I even think insinuate that I'm one of those traitors. I'll not let such a front slide. Yeah.
Very well. We may leave it at that. For now.
Okay.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
She's very passionate. Lower Imperium succeeded. What is the warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? Orders serve the ecclesiarchy, or do they not? Yeah.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people to you? Happens to officer's deck.
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What happened in the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Oh. See if this works again. There it is. Gotta be sure to give Vicinity a follow.
Good to hear.
Vertex.
Sister?
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
End dialogue. By the right of blood, crew need more powerful weapons for the coming battle. Okay. Yeah, I thought I saved at, but it's not. It's closed. Okay. Select all. at door nearest the mess hall is stuck. There must be a way to. Excuse me. Right, so I guess I didn't get if 5 to 7 damage, 6 to 9 damage. Okay, so I'll give her a sword. This one gave him a sword. He had a sword, gave him a rifle. Now I have a rifle and a staff. Alright, so I think I'm good with everyone. Is this other crate here? Yeah. Trinket injectors, Omni processor. Alright, I'll those two. Trophies were packed in cargo. By here? Do I go? There it is. The mess hall is stuck. Must be a way. Heretic cutthroats. Big assailants. Goods.
So to find
we go
what
again.
is over
Won't save you.
So Albert, I'll move. Me, I have more reach, so I'll move there. So here, she has range also. Okay. Start.
I am your doom.
Rude. Argenta's abilities. Is aware of Adeptus Sororitas and Soldier. She's expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of Argenta's strength is her mobility in combat. Running gun is a unique soldier ability. Certain types of weapons let you make burst attacks. Unlike single shots, burst fire requires you to select direction rather than specific target. So maybe burst fire. Let's see. That guy. That guy. Alright. So that's the end of their turns. Let me just.
That is not the Emperor's will.
It's not. Okay. Can I not make a movement?
Rejoice in battle. Your faith shields me.
Ouch. So these guys are in line. Alright. What else do I have? Running gun. Furious Recital. Grants momentum 6.
Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith.
Dang. Alright, then
This is unacceptable.
I'll end that. Ouch. So out. Types of cover, full. So you get axe, full cover, skull, shield reduces chance at 60%. Alright, so these are all partial. I guess I could go back here.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. Rejoice in service.
I think I'm good with that.
Death to the weak.
Alright, so this one. Let's see if I can get better cover.
Anything else? Be gone.
Oh, of course there are more enemies coming in. Let's see. Second increases target dodge and parry. Till the end of combat.
Will do.
Or maybe that's heresy to her. That I just did that.
Anything else?
Death to non-believers.
Crush the feeble!
Chaos guides me.
Oh, there you are.
I will
Leave.
do my duty. One fewer target.
Movement. Yeah, I can't just charge in. I have to deal with these guys. Brace for impact.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Pain cleanses the body.
Out of my way.
A good line of sight here.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I will not.
Dang. Mess that up. guy's next. This one. That one. Alright. Just
Is the will of chaos.
stay in the line for me.
I serve the ruinous powers.
The pain of this mortal flesh means nothing. Your end is nigh. And so shall it be done. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. I can't allow myself to do this.
Hmm. Okay. Close that. Look.
Farewell.
Cool. This dude has a clear line now. No, because now he has no defense. Well, let's just have him take these guys out then.
My place is at the fore.
That didn't do anything. Well, he's just out there now. Lucky.
To the weak.
It's nothing. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Now I can reload. That was the end of that.
I bring ruin.
Carried.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. May the Divine's will be done. Rejoice in service. Your corrupt way has failed you.
Still have the buff on everyone.
This is beyond me.
Oh. I need more action points for that character.
Cover me.
I'll move her up. And not within any sort of range. Nope. Alright, well. Let's hold on to that one then.
Will do.
So that person's next. That was pointless. Okay. Me here. Go this way. Yeah, I think that covers there. At least I got some cover. Let's see. Well, if I were able to here. No. Still need some range.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Can I run?
I refuse.
Oh, I guess you refuse.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Nice. So that takes care of that person's last turn. Yeah, nothing I could do. That. See if I can self over here.
The Emperor commands. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Nice. Skill test. To open jam door, click the icon. Character with the highest tech use will skill test. This test fails, the door will remain closed. Particular bad result. Tech use test can cause the door to become permanently stuck. Possible to. Oof. Okay. Let's see. Exact replica of the Von. It's his void ship. Sits on pedestal. Labels indicate the main compartments and decks of the vessel. There was loot. Just keep collecting. Machine right set. A multi-key. Imagine I'll collect enough and then I'll combine that at some point. What's in here? Golden Tokay. Okay. Damon engine. Synth ladder. I imagine I'll some sort of form with that. Oh, this is gonna get dangerous. I'm gonna collect everything. All the junk. Okay.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
So it's the highest tech use. Oh, here. 30. 30. 45. So, me. I should probably.
Heresy grows from idleness. Let the faith guide my path to glory.
machine right set available. Oh,
I rise above hardships.
D100 system. Character is about to make a tech use skill test. Bug and or skill test, and their result might determine how successful your character's efforts are, make hidden dialogue options appear, or reveal new information. The success of this test is determined by rolling a 100-sided die. Each skill test has a difficulty of up to 100, including negative values. To succeed, you must roll a value equal or less than the sum of both the stated difficulty and the value of the skill used for the test. For example, you're attempting a test with difficulty of -10. Character's tech use score is 40. 40 minus 10 is 10. It's 30. Higher the character's skill score, skill score. The easier it is for them to succeed on tests. Skill scores depend on the character's respective character scores, skill advancements, level ups, and any bonuses and character equipment might offer. Okay. Access received. Cool.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
I wonder if I just had my group selected, if it would pick my top tech use character form.
Know your duty.
See if there's anything else here. Overseer. Thought I'd see this deck in state. Oh, it's goods over here. Chardon. Collect everything. Collect everything. It'll have a use. Cozy seating area completely destroyed. Pieces of furniture and splinters. Scattered everywhere. Dark stains covered with upholstery. How dare they? Is there anything? I guess we continue.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Wait. Why am I paused?
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
How do I unpause?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
There's a different button for pause, I'm guessing. Space. What? It's not P? For escape? More stuff. Anti-gravity propeller. I imagine I collect these and assemble something. this side. Operator gloves can be equipped. Wear gains +3 bonus to tech use. A melt a charge. Explosive device suitable in eliminating flimsy obstacles. Mechanicus Creations cargo. Collect them. Alright, so let's take a look. Weapons. No. Alright. Machine set. Sacred rules. Explosive device suitable. Okay. Multi-key. I could always just equip them if I need to. I figure in the menus it would tell me if I need to use one of these. Like with the that little skill test that I had to take.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
There's a door here. Tech use. Oh yeah, it will pick me. Cogitator is silent. It seems the machine spirit is no longer being powered by the motive force.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Oh, there's another one here.
Accomplished.
Praise the Omnissiah. Okay. So that was the actual test. No, there's another one here. Logic. Let's see. Logic 100%. Let's try that.
I rise above hardships.
Access received. More goods. They're melted charge. Tech use again.
I have proven myself yet again.
Shotgun. And another multi-key. Let's see.
Your seneschal is always there for you. The Emperor protects.
Yes, I have a shotgun now. Oh, mine's still better. Though this one, well-maintained sniper rifle. Yeah. Switch that out. 12 to 17. Okay. Argenta's much better. I'll hold on to that. Is there anything else here? Okay.
Join me in prayer.
Is there anything else? Just a bunch of dead heretics. Oh, there's some loot. Forget the tab. Okay. So, alright, so now this check is here. Well, I could just... Okay. So I could just see right through there. Blow the door up. Demolition. Oh, she has demolition.
The Emperor favors me.
Nice. Everyone levels up. Expose weaknesses. Operative removes all exploits from the target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor by -10. Plus exploits removed times perception bonus. Cool. It's weird that I need to select the summary again, then hit apply. There. Alright. It's ranked up also. Endure. While warriors till the warrior's next turn, all coming damage is reduced by the warrior's toughness bonus divided by 2 and or minus that, okay. And the warrior's gains plus toughness bonus temporary wounds. Gotcha. Summary. Isn't that weird? How you select that? This one, I think it's also, yeah, same as me. This one's a soldier. Revel and slaughter. Lovely. Soldier immediately removes the winded effect. Till the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses: plus 10 ballistic skill, and then plus 5 plus 2 times AGI bonus, agility bonus, percentage, critical damage. Okay. Yeah, these are. It's interesting. This like skill tree. It's not a tree. It's just a wheel. I guess from here, I can choose between abilities or talents.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Here.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Well. Okay, so he has an ocular implant, so I could find items easier. The benches, even the cogitator, torn from proper place, are stacked in rough semblance of a barricade. So I'm probably gonna go here. Right, because I remember when I started, that's where I went. But let's see if there's anything over here.
Know your duty.
Oh, there are stuff over here. Catechism of St. Druids.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Fallen Sail has blocked the path of the lifts. You have to have a look the other way to Ethelred. Tech use.
Accomplished.
Okay.
The divine watches over us.
Deck officer's helmet. It's 5% armor. Like that. Nothing else in here? Alright. So the little checks will give me some items, it seems. Mechanicus Creations cargo. It's really benefit though. It's most least defense really. I don't want to look like that. You look like that. Okay.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Uh-oh. The roar of the flames rings in your ears. The choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in a raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see a figure walk out of the fire toward you. It is Theodora von Valentius. So what's her deal?
Are you lost, my heir?
Uh-oh. Something heretical about this. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in inferno. One of her hands is rested in the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in a fighting gesture.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
You said it.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
How did you get here? Aren't you in pain?
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Hey, sounds great. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity of decision consequence. You were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading your mind. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. That answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Wow, I chose the right title. What is this? What in the heresy is this?
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Too many things.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions, which can develop in 3 dimensions: dogmatic, ironclad, and heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, event, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others toward your character. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters of certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 convictions branches cannot raise above rank 2, Adherent. Cannot be raised above. Okay. Your character's allies have convictions of their own as well. Alright. Dogmatic. Walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Heretical. Accept the author of help. Take the pain away and give me power. Ironclad. Ironoclast. Get the people off the bridge. I will not leave my people in harm's way. So, what should I pick? My faithful, radical, I guess something in between, or just practical. Any thoughts? Could just try just saving the people, but I want to usually take the middle ground with everything. I want to see if I can just go full on one direction. I mean, maybe there's ways I can redo this and pick a different option. Oh, I can't save from here, huh? Let's go with dogmatic. I could choose heretical in a different playthrough. Alright. Thousands of needles pierce your consciousness, but powerless. Are powerless to stop you. Dogmatic. Believe in the holiness and fallibility of the laws of the Imperium. Adherence to the prospects of the God Emperor and the holy chosen ones, carrying out his will to the ignorant and unruly masses. Unfettered hatred to the enemies of mankind, be they traitors, heretics, xenos, or servants of chaos. Yep, that sounds like me. You take a step forward, and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you. Theodore's voice fades into the firestorm. Hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind. Screams of the weak dying. The inescapable blaze. Oof. Yep. I mean, that's what it's like to be an NPC Warhammer. You just die. Blinding Inferno, the harrowing peer, an all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. rush of blood in your temples and horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind before suddenly retreating as if driving away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for trials of struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow with warm light before you, the Aquila, sacred symbol of the Imperium. In the next moment, you are struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Voltaire wounded you, is gone. Fire seems to have burned the entity away without trace.
Master, can you hear me?
Another voice cuts.
You're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Leaning over, hearing your voice.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Behind Argenta, you see Adira has doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in fire that continues to rage mere 2 steps away from you. The Emperor protects. Did you see that? The Aquila was glowing. Still alive. See that?
Your attempts at humor are
I clicked the wrong thing.
You nearly got us all killed.
I was clicking the second one and I clicked the third one. Alright. Yep.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Guys, no element holds power over the righteous. Dismiss and help. Feel fine. Admittedly, I've been better. Even if you're anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong, your limbs obey you without fail, and yet deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much farther.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake.
Hurried here to join forces with you and the others. It's time to push the heretics back. It's the only way. We are here to respond to your Vox call.
Indeed it is. Your wounds.
Closely at Ethelred. Oh, my warp is pretty good. My faith will keep me upright. I'll use my lore. Ethelred does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face has taken on a strange hue, his skin, his temples seem scaled, and his voice now has a uncanny screeching quality. These are not traces of fatigue or stress. Stryker's body has begun to mutate, uh, consequence of contact with the warp. You're not in the best of shape, Ethelred. My faith will keep me upright and with a weapon on my hand. It's all that matters. I can fight, at least for the time being. Certainly are ugly. I would rather sit this one out while you deal with the heretics. Yeah, I'm gonna comment on that.
Notice the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes, the warp is taking its toll. But I'm still sane and able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Phalanxius bloodline to the end. And if the price is the eternal curse of mutation, so be it.
Faith, keep me upright with a weapon in my hand.
Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the breach. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
I shall go to Theodora's chambers to find her. Or I'm ready to assault the bridge. I'll look for her.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
Okay. Reach the secret lift.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
There's no way to go there. Generators hum softly. Draw closer, your skin begins to tingle.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
This is probably where I need to go, but let's see what else is over here.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Oh, there's goods in here. Stored here. High octane promethium canisters. Was in
Let us
here?
walk this path to the end.
Oh, doesn't lead to anything.
Know your duty.
We should deal with this.
Oh. Adamantine hilt guards. Thermal pots. Okay, so that's the hidden one. What's in here? Okay. Flex mechanics. Goggles. In here.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Fresh injury. Have a fresh injury. Yep. That looks good.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Lord Captain's quarters. Find Theodora von Valentius. Yeah. That's not what I went.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Okay.
Know your duty.
Anything in her bedroom? Then over here. Ah. Well. Guess I'm the rogue trader now. That's not surprising. Parlor organ seems to sing.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Let me check out my room then. Star fragment hung in trophy board, light smooth surface. Object of dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
I don't like that Q and E are going the opposite of what I think they should go. Oh, help. Devoted protector. Requires dogmatic follower. This helmet grants its wearer immunity critical hits for first 3 rounds of combat. That's cool. Let's see here. Wait, can I give it to her? Yeah. Oh. An item that can only be equipped by characters of certain conviction rank. You can open the character menu and see which conviction your character follows. Note that both your character and their companions have their own convictions. You can check their conviction character adheres to convictions tab. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Conviction tab. based on that. Oh, a seal. Okay. So summer. Here, he's more dogmatic. Got it. So based off of my choices, I'll pick either of these. See if suddenly kit. Okay. Something over here.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Oh, there's a whole thing here. Alright, that's probably where I go next. So let's finish this. Body. Scroll down the large, blood-drenched desk. Arch militant's corpse will clutch, still clutching his weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Wait for wish humiliations, suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
Demon.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Let's look at her body. Lean closer to her body. Cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one. That Theodora's face hears expression of surprise. Bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. You lean closer to her body. Cause of death is apparent. What ended no. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-splattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Sure. Would you try touching Theodora? That might be able to see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects. But dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Examine the arch-militant's body. Auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's foreheads, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of skull. Safety of the arch-militant's weapon is off. The killer must have been split-second quicker than he. Inspect the shards by the desk. It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they'd been submerged in promethium. Ira, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Inspect the papers. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It's a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and the seal, the symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. See if a handwritten letter seal. Esteemed Theodora, change in circumstances demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter and performing necessary preparations of the crew, we are to depart for the Rykad's system. One of my acolytes, interrogator Henrik von Kallax, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival at the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage to the Verbundus system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence and await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of interrogator Van Calix's activities in the Reichhand Minoris is of no concern to you. If required, Van Calix himself will disclose the details of his mission. May the Emperor's light be with you. KXC. Lore Imperium test succeeded. Sends a shiver down your spine. The author of the letter addressed to Theodore von Valencia signed it with the seal of one of the holy ordos of the Imperial's Inquisition, secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and enemies of humanity. We had best be on our way.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Reach the void ship bridge. Close that. Oh, goods. Theodora's Rosary. Wearer of this amulet gains +10 bonus to commerce and lore. Yes, please. Goods here. Rogue Trader's Cloak. Heck yeah. Grants +5 fellowship for each enemy in a 2-cell radius. I like a cloak. I lose the cloak.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day. Oh, this master-crafted patella augment is not fit for a
We are
servitor.
bound by the blood of martyrs.
Wait. What happened to the cloak? Hmm. Cargo manager. Nice. I have a cloak.
The divine watches over us.
There it is.
May the blessings of the divine grant us the courage and strength. Come to chaos.
I'll just keep myself there. Alright. Light and medium armor. Text. Okay. Alright. Endure till the words next turn. Coming damage.
Victory is imminent. I'll take care of this one.
Nice.
It will be done.
Endure.
At your beck and call.
Alright. So I think I'm good with that. Expose weaknesses.
I will not be deterred.
You'll encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy's portrait indicates. Oh, right click. Gotcha. Grants momentum, disability. Also grants. Took them out. Any cover back here? Not really. Combat Servitor. Okay, heavily damaged. Thermal Melta weapon. Like that. Alright, so he'll be the first to attack. Oh, just go ahead and take them out.
What an unfortunate turn of fate. That is not my destiny. I'm not so sure.
Dang. Analyze enemies.
No can do.
Forewarning. Oh, I don't have the action points.
Just a minor setback.
Chaos guides me.
Oh. Gain a better understanding of what is transpired in combat by checking the combat log. Okay. So this dude.
Follow my lead. It will be done.
That didn't do much.
Victory is imminent.
Take this guy out.
Your corrupt way has failed you. Actions will speak louder than words.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Single shot. Single
As the
shots should be
Emperor
fine.
commands, I act.
No, it didn't.
I'll do it.
Let me just run back here. There goes that.
But of course.
Nothing. Yeah, maybe I should have gone with the lightning again. Is this gun?
We'll be done. Indeed.
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. And so it shall be done. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Right. Six. Let's try that. Active exploit. Spare. This one. So I'll get that, and so it's the highest one. Toughness. Strength is okay. Strength is okay. But toughness though. Disarm. Shot. Start making attack against gains. Armor against. Okay. There's other stuff here. Get into cover. Just go with that. So, willpower is her. see anything that has a willpower check. Alright, let's copy. Let's try this one. Don't want to be too much the same to my own. Alright, so this is firearm mastery. It's her top skill. Ballistic skill. Enough bullets for everyone. Soldiers, second attack action. Turn deals blah blah blah. Agility damage to enemies. Okay, that one.
Know your duty.
Just an arm there. So the yes. Player gains +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Interesting. Who gets that one? Less than 35. That could be. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. I guess it's only funny that give it to her because sorry I had something.
That is not my destiny.
Toughness if intelligence less than 30. Okay. Can be a
This is unacceptable.
alright.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
So then +0. So I guess that's for a Zenith companion. Is that what I'm thinking?
My faith is my shield. With you at my side, victory is within our grasp. Heresy grows from idleness.
Nice thing is that took all of the or all of the loot at once. Be some corruption here. Ship bridge. What's that? Oh. It's before. Bridge officer. Goods. Thermals.
The duty prevails.
Perfect vision is product of warp energies that pertain to the bridge. There's a lot of corruption here.
Let us walk this path to the end.
The first sacrifice opens the second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Heresy.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain?
Gerda von Lancius is dead. I found her in the Archmage in her study. I'll be joining us.
God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Bid you the very thought of yielding only by resigning to your faith will you truly suffer defeat. Resigning to your fate. Ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communications between the bridge and Navigator's sanctum. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. Heresy? I'll go with the middle round.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Oh. You see Kunrad Vulgar clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to be pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. See a wave ripple around the white of Ethelthrad's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Draw your weapon. Baltvir, you duplicitous cur. The rogue trader's death will be avenged. That complicates things to the party. Ray your weapons. If we are to die this day, let us die with honor. I'm gonna call him a cur.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Ethelthrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
He just walked right into that one, huh?
Grovel before the faithful.
Come to chaos!
Hey, yeah, this is, I guess it's basically just the first mission, huh? Let me select my guy here. There. It is odd, I have to click it a few times to get it where I need. Magenta. Have her back there. Have you played this game? Let's see. Heretic over here. Argenta, Heretic over here. Then the spawn so I'll have a few turns in. It won't be enough, I'm guessing. Okay. How is it so far? Enemy status. You will encounter enemies with various abilities. I read this already. Former human, it sounds like. Exploit. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I like the trailers, and you know, I played like XCOM and stuff, so it seems pretty similar to that, right? Have a good line. I mean, I'm already in defensive position, so I'm not going to move anywhere. Oof. Yeah, I got a better shot at this guy.
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Exploit this dude. Yeah, I was also kind of thinking Baldur's Gate, especially considering the time that this came out. Right?
I serve the ruinous power.
Alright, let's yeah, I got a good fire lane here.
Strike is a prayer.
Excuse me. Momentum. To use the unique abilities called Heroic Acts and Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Both at alpha at the same time. Okay. Yeah, because I get that little hint, but I like grim dark futuristic fantasy as opposed to just general fantasy, so I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but this is right up my alley.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Fire mastery, so I could do this now.
Stand, and thy light I crave. Doubt is for the weak. You, my Emperor.
Okay, thanks for joining. Have a good one. Thanks for the follow. Nice. So yeah, this is definitely cleaning up with this heroic skill. That's pretty cool.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ouch. So revel and slaughter. Immediately removes the white. Okay.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's go this way.
I'll do it. You, my Emperor.
Alright, ran out of turns for that one. So this guy.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Brace for impact on this one. Yeah, I should have moved. Oh well. I'll hit the lightning on this
Anything
guy.
else?
I shall endure everything with unshakable faith.
Ouch.
Will do. On it.
My turn there.
Will endure.
Ouch.
I am your doom.
Dodge 500. Got an achievement for that. I need to back up on this guy.
Even in the darkest moments, there is hope. I will not be deterred. Let my fury rain down upon thee.
Still move.
I won't suffer this.
Oh, that's still my turn.
I'm enraged.
Yeah, I am going to take this person out.
I will not.
Oh, line of fire is not good. Let's see.
Rejoice in battle.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. That's it for me, I think. Yeah, so cool down.
Indeed.
Can't really do anything else after that.
Stop mocking me.
How many times can I hit this? Creature with I can do this one. Air temperature drops a few degrees.
Anything else? I'm not so sure.
Alright. So he'll get a turn now.
My ears are ringing.
Ouch. Yeah, everyone already still has a buff. See if this takes him out.
And so shall it be done.
Kapow.
I can't allow myself to do this.
My faith, shield
So I'll have to. I'll go here. I don't have a line of sight to that person.
I refuse. I'll do
Run and
it.
gun then.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
That'll take care of it. Nice.
Stop it! Can I fall back now? The future is never certain.
Okay, let me level up again. Choose characteristic. What do I want to increase? Intelligence is pretty good so far. Perception. Right, ballistic skill. I could increase that one. Weapon skill. Go with that. Willpower. Yeah, ballistic skill is my lowest one. I'll talents. Inscribed soul. Psyker gains inscribed soul ability. Costs no AP but deals direct damage to a psyker equal. Blade of Light. Psi rating. Psi rating? What's that? Isn't it? What can I find psi rating? Let's see. E. Station. Yeah, let me add this one. So it's a talent. The center of slaughter, which I have. Oh wait, these upper. So toughness. It's recommendations. Weapon skill. New weapon skill. Okay. Agility is low. I don't want to even out. Increase. Expand it further. Weapon skill. intelligence and perception. She's a psyker, so I should do that. Just fate. Oh, crits, I'll add that. To her. So agility, ballistic skill. I'll do ballistic skill. Camaraderie. Each adjacent ally deals bonus damage. Okay. Exploit surroundings. Cover efficiency. Increase plus 10%. Fire it up. Soldier damage. Their critical damage is by plus 1%. Back and ruin. Rack and ruin. Deal damage to 3 different enemies. The soldier gains 10 plus 2 plus bonus. Okay. Rapid reload. Predictable. Soldier gains agility. Okay. Yeah. Agility, percentage critical hit chance. Definitely. So I'll do that.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Oh, these bridge officers were just hanging out here while I was fighting for our souls. Some goods over here. Glove is endurance. Whenever a wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain +1 bonus damage. Equipped by this character. Mantle of Heroism. So this will probably go to him. Blade Shard. Shimmers. Select them all. So you would get this one then. Yeah. Specifically for you. That's fancy. This one. It's for. This. Have gloves for. Oh. It's just loot, it seems.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Sir's just hanging out over there.
The The Divine watches over us.
Where it protects. So he does. And nothing else to look at. We're here.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble deed. Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Oh, foul wickedry. How do you people survive in here? Need to reestablish contact with Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance to escape from the warp. Words seem to knock the officers out of a stupor. Air around you fills with voices of commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing. One of the survivors buckling in dress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even cuffs him.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
How do people survive in here? What must I do?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something that can be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Oh, please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
I'm ready. Begin the ritual. That's an epic looking seat. Imagery before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same as taken in the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms in all the horrors of the war.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
You're to blame for Theodora's death. I've already resisted the temptation of the warp once. Whatever you are, You will not cloud my mind with new illusion. Begone, phantom. What do you want from me?
I am the beginning and the end and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
Actually, let me something. Let's see. Change the view a bit. See, it cannot. I think it's like shift. Alt. Yeah, alt. That way. That way. Just perfect. Screen. Good. Alright, back to it. Let's see. Scattered. Uh,
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
no, Albert, stop. I refuse. Now, I kinda wanted this, so I'll just say nothing.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader.
Shocking.
The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
But victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Definitely. Completed the prologue. That was the prologue? I'm beginning the actual game. Oh. I need to set a hotkey for this. Deep Shadow's awareness can be seen in Albard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. Excuse me. The rake over you from head to toe, frowns, muttering something, then nods himself. Well then, your lordship. Had us worried for a few hours there. Bird offers a thin smile, but after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once and fighting was all over. Such fortitude is most admirable, Captain. So there's no dialogue after this. I have to read everything. It'd be cool if they just had dialogue for everything. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be your their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior middle-ranked officers. Some posts have had to be filled by deputies, while other so unfulfilled entirely. And now the dead clans are uh, deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How do we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was their own Master of Whispers. What is an agenda for this meeting? Reports of the condition of ship and crew. Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affair to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship. They are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridges. 6 decks away from the bridge. They will, in turn, will have the offer of behold visit of the captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Volker? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still in the hunt for him, and any mutineers who still be skulking the ship's many corridors, but frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that shell is short. Afraid that it still some time before he answers all for as wrought. Wait, Albert. There are altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be a rogue traitor. Bullshit. I do agree that your elevation to new status is rather precipitous. I assure you there's good reasons for it. At least the fact that without the Lord Captain, the ship would be destined for naught but disaster. But I digress. Do not have a choice. You are named heir of the rogue traitor. Fate is predetermined. Besides, Conrad is guilty of the deaths of other candidates, then his assassins must still be there, waiting. I doubt they are reckless enough to attack you if you were draped in the mantle of the rogue traitor, but you were to disembark at a ship bearing only the status of an ordinary servant of the Emperor. I understand. Let us return to more pressing matters. It is difficult to accept this state of affairs, and I shall endeavor to do so. Not here. We all have the burdens to carry, God Emperor. I'm ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. Her eyes bore into you. Expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers. You're granted honor. Lord Captain T.J. Von Cius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you will introduce those present. At the time listening to every last officer. I'll listen. As you wish. Victus Suri Otto of the Toloman line, new Voxmaster. So communications person. It is an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and Lord Captain. Beside her is Raver, the commander helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into the asteroid field or a pirate trap. Hail, Lord Captain. This is ship as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. Last are I Factotum Janris Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done at the highest standard. Second row, we see 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. Master of Ordnance is responsible for artillery aboard. The Furnace Master, whose crew work prevent and distinguish fires in the ship. And lastly, the Drive Master, servant of the Messiah. Officers salute you. Furnace Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. Drive Master offers a salute, semblance of a dance involving complicated manipulation of tech priest mechatendrites. Is that everyone? Fortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets and the Von Valence's protectorate, informing them of Lady Theodora's passing and Kunrad Volter's treachery. I will deliver a report of your ship on Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. All other presents are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a recording for the proceedings. Okay. Should hear from Furnace Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. Preliminary damage assessment, the terms of material losses and crew casualties have been completed. Results have been submitted in Seneschal of High Factotum. Post passed in previous and Furnace Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. While it has managed well so far, it's taken heat, so to speak. High Factorum, was your report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. Tasks will require next to no involvement of the Lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components have given to the Tech Priest's hands, and attention has that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I can't replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum of the lower decks, which is easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykab Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We can't simply begin recruiting the planet without first coming understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level at a trader. Lots to suffer. Okay, so new quest there. Especially true given Calgos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. Kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors of its planets. Drives Master, hear from you now. Lord Captain, foes have set on this noble ship, destroyed in repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted to my charge is unharmed, thank the Messiah. Spirit mourns the dead brethren. We have not yet identified the prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. Great Sorrow must also report the Engineer Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magos has betrayed by little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one comrade to support those experience the comprehension of the sacred protocols to the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. Someone care to translate the esteemed Drive Master's words? Ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems of the warp engine. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut the long story short, the outlook is bleak. Ship's sound, more or less, but without our Engineer Prime and Navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. We try to set so much as toe inside the... I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive will be torn to pieces, or all of us melting into bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to object. When we arrived at the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them is the Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing to the God Emperor. So that's another quest. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use for your own residence. Slightly less being useful. We can go round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as Grok's lives I'm sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, but don't worry about on that score. Master Ordnance, do you have anything to report? No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, Lord Captain. Master Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? The ship's in ruins. Every second officer is dead. And now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us void knows where. Silence. Enforcers, seize the mutineer. Dang. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your Lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. That would you have us do to Master and Ordnance. Former Master Ordnance, I should say. Beside finding a replacement, that is, we already have one lined up. So, do I want to Iconoclast? Stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man or a moment of weakness, not after a terrible attack we have endured. Dogmatic, execute him. Experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason may remain in post. I leave this punishment at your discretion. I'll go with it. Cease your sniveling, you disgrace yourself and an entire clan. Enough. Hysterics are over. Let us resume. Master Ordnance stands up, wiping blood from his nose, broken nose, his face a picture of shock. What just happened seemed to be dawning on him only now, knowledge of the fate narrowly escaped. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses to crew members. We require a new Engineer Prime and Navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which is only be carried Footfall Station, home of the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? See the Voxmaster at this point. We are the Rykard Star system. Our voyage here is undertaken on the orders of Lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to maintain total Vox silence. However, it did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. Rykad Morris system is also not responding to our hails. That is most alarming, is that our augurs have intercepted system of surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities in the planet. Situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and have a Snowblight station and find out what the void is going on. Thank you for your reports. Dismissed. Your Lordship, there's one other thing. Confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here, the system, for a reason. She was given a secret commission. Perhaps are wondering who has authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. I shall tell you, Lord Inquisitor, Emperor, chief architect of his will, on the Coronis expanse. I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. Is it he asked of Theodora. Came across a strange handwritten letter in Theodora's desk, signed XC. Are you referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Is that so? Powerful, mysterious figure who plays a pivotal role. Xavier Alcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrik van Calix, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system. Let's find him, offer him whatever assistance he requires, and deliver him to Footfall in the Verbundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but the Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities of the system, either a Navis Nobilite or a governor of Rykard Minoris, may know something. But as all of it, your lordship, great deal of work ahead of you. It's a mere taste of a daily burden of rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of Von Valesia's protectorate. Ah, man. Ira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. Psyker is suffering some ailment, a dark madness. She insisted seeing the rogue trader. I judge it to be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you in a personal request, but it will wait. Speak with me if you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Dira, come to your senses. Bring your witch to you. There's nothing else to value to report. I declare this briefing. Damn it. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future. It hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is headed our way. I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. And maybe it's dawn. It's ringing like an echo, like a bell. And if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Can I extract any information of value in a single word? Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tath? No, not yet anyway. Voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. Can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me in the bridge and we could talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions. I'm sure you could benefit from them as well. There is nothing else of value to report. I shall declare this briefing concluded. It's time I get to work. This is a map in the center of the bridge to issue orders to the crew. Boxmaster. And for staying a job, I've already got a laundry list. Cover the whereabouts of. So I took that one instead. Warden of the Expanse. So some information about contracts. Quests. Alice Sisters request. Suffered losses. Which requires an engine seer. Navigator. Yeah, this one's all set. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I got some people. Oh, that's fancy. Not necessary.
Rogue trader.
Tired. Did you have a personal request for me?
I indeed have a request, rogue trader.
Cursed servants of. Oh, I figured there'd be more dialogue from her. Cursed servants of chaos who assaulted ship took the lives of your loyal crew members. They orphaned many children, including the progeny of brave officers who defended posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valencia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive special consideration. Perhaps a rogue trader could meet the orphans. What good would meet do? These children are the future of your crew, and one day they too will have to stand against evil and heresy as their parents did. By speaking the right words to them, will honor the memory of their fallen heroes and light the way for heroes of the making. To remember the days they met the rogue trader. Besides, it will bolster the orphan spirits, help them recover from us, which is a hard someone so young. Make arrangements for the meeting. We'll address the orphans with a speech. I will meet with them, no formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives. For the Von Valencia's dynasty, my consideration is leads to the disorder on my path. The orphans are to be properly provided for. Formalities. I'll pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request. group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Our indefatigable sister, indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on the pups. It's hardly a Skull of Virginia here, but we are providing the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the rogue traitor of House von Valancius. Kindly address the group. I, traitor and Lord Captain of the ship, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for a great cause. To you, brave ones. Give them treats and escort them to their homes. I believe many have beholden. Give them some inspiration, I suppose. Teenagers hang on every word. Should we? So why should we care? Our friends, the parents died in dozens. You noble lot, and you just give us speeches. The comportment leaves much to be desired, but we will, the worthy servants of House. Punish the troublemaker with the rest. If you have things to say them without fear. I'll listen. Doesn't matter what we say, it won't bring our parents back. Slamming away a ship. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not as easy. When the heretics who killed your ship, I was there. I took command. I fought as quickly as I could. No war can be fought without losses. You can only strive to decide the fate of others. You would. Or the rogue trader. His words carry wisdom. Imperium. Was it treats? Rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and whispers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves. Get a little quest like that, huh? Oh, so that was finished then?
Greetings.
About the Adeptus Sororitas.
Gladly, there are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about?
The Adeptus Sororus are the fiercest of their faith among the wards of the Imperium. Is that true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter.
So sometimes you get dialogue, sometimes you don't. All sisters truly as faultless as you say?
Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness. Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
What order are you from?
Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Orders Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
The Order of Pronatus is not one of the Order's militant, and yet you're a trained fighter. It should be Ordos, right?
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
Said you belonged to the Galactus branch of your order. What brought you to the Coronus Expanse?
The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parsimus Duane, the station's founder.
I have no more questions about the Sisterhood.
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
Tell me about yourself.
About me? I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me?
How did you end up on Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
What happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
Mention making a mistake.
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
We could go to the planet and deal with the chaos worshippers.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valanci's protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
What was it like traveling in Theodora's ship?
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
I don't have any more questions, thank you.
As you wish.
What is it that's keeping you, my retinue?
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
Pleases me to have a servant of the Golden Throne in my crew. The enemies of the Imperium tremble before our onslaught. Enjoy your company, hope that you remain in the crew, that the ship becomes your home. Might be of use to me. See no place. This is a bit much. I'll just go with that.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
Somewhat puzzled look now. Okay. serve you. I be who you are. Vessel's main channel, I wish to bolster him. Current Foxmaster is serving aboard a vessel in accordance with the Essential's orders. I assume duty of me on the esteemed Foxmaster Septimus, who was my grandfather. What are your Foxmaster's duties? I am the ears and the voice of the void ship. I supervise several dozen officers and 3 times the number of support personnel. Receive, send, encrypt, and decode all incoming and outgoing messages through the ship's internal and external channels, and also ensure clean communications to optimal efficiency of the crew's Vox channels, Voxcasters. If you ever want to know that worries and concerns your crew and harboring subjects to whispering about the local networks after their watches and their leaders are clamoring about shortwave Vox transmissions, just come to see me. I'll satisfy your curiosity. Have the Vox spirits brought you anything interesting lately? Forgive me, Lord. I have no information that would interest you at the moment. Why do you look so strange? My appearance comes from my heritage, generation after generation, people who spent their entire lives in the depths of a void ship. Neither we nor our ancestors have ever left our home. The same can be said about the many dozens of Imperium's million worlds. We're used to the silence of the cosmos and the void voices of the ship. Thousands of us, and we dwell in the Lord Captain's upper decks and scene. We are the Voidborn. Where does the word Voidborn come from? Born void. So we are children born in the void, between the stars, be it a womb of a traveling vessel, orbital satellite, or a forgotten asteroid station. Low gravity voyages, though through the warp, the countless dangers in space travel. Everything others hate, read second nature to us. Tell me about the lives of Vorborn and my crew. To us, the groans, creaks, and murmurs of the ship sound the way babbling brooks and singing birds do. Hear the ship breathe. Here to take part in the ship and part of us. Like it's just a part of us. Perform numerous functions, and there are many officers among them. Some maintain order and prevent mutiny, others serve as shepherds and support the crew. Some devote themselves to mend the body and spirit of the vessel. Most of the Voidborn are members of a large void ship dynasties and bear responsibility for certain aspects of ship life. 300 years, the main branch of the Ptoleman dynasty has produced the ship's Voxmasters. Most of our subordinates come from the cadet houses of the dynasty. How long have you find life on the ship? It has been quite generous to me. I am Voxmaster, only and best of the dynasty can become one. By virtue of my skills and position, no one has ever denied me anything. Family claims a spacious section of Demosny. Yeah, okay. How do others on the ship treat you? They look, speak, and move differently from the inhabitants of the planetary worlds. Our way of life, traditions, and quirks frighten these people. Several years ago, an unfortunate warp jump caused all food aboard to spoil. 15 days later, Hunger's crew nearly massacred everyone, blaming us for the misfortune, hoping to restock the larders with our flesh. I would have been killed had Eurotask not shown up in place in the right time. She came to my rescue. The scoundrels' fear of her was even greater than their fear of the Voidborn. Looks like you're close friends with Adira. Voidborn seldom make friends, especially among the captain's entourage. See, many consider Adira to be different. I am different too. Spend plenty of time in each other's company. discussing regicide over excessive estimate. Okay. The deer change after one incident, and we started to drift apart. The death of the Lord Captain Theodore made her withdraw even more. Do not know if Adiro considers me a friend now, but we used to be very, very close. It's good that I could still look after her in my own way. Perception test. Boxmaster emotion is based on half the face. Box modulated. It's no easy task, but you can really saddened by her rift. She's devastated by it, so I got some experience from that. Have you ever left a ship? Oh, I did once. It was dreadful. Felt like the massive blue dome overhead could shatter in a moment and fall bones and crushed in gravity. Ship is my home, Lord Captain, and I would not trade it for even a bounty of 100 worlds. Let's see. Turn to business. As you wish, my lord. Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. Foxmaster nods obediently. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll in the ship, reaching even normal, quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval. That will be all for now. Serve, Lord Captain. Okay, got some experience from that. Captain's quarters. I guess this is my quarters now. Hefty tome contains schematics of the flagship of the House of Anfa. In addition to plethora of notes, copies, reports, and other documents. Just a portrait painted of a skilled artist greets guests who have been granted permission to the Lord Captain's quarters. That's still the old captain though. Positions and pieces of the board suggest that this game, the regicide, was interrupted. Winner was never determined. That's right. I've seen this many articles. It's interesting. So that's my story. Liturgies of the faithful and His word. And text below, solemn heading looks noticeably faded. It appears as a prayer book had been kept open page for very long. Fine cup, strange metal absorb any rays of light that fall upon them. Oh, they got rid of her body, huh? Like glinting off the polished skull, some unknown Xenos that have seemed to phony face and mocking you. Over here. Bookshelves are packed with ancient books, piles of paper, and tomes. Cracked data slate. Final transactions of the. Okay. Collect that. Unfinished letter. Distant stars glimmer. Calming murmurs and. Okay. Yeah, it's unusual. It's sort of environment in this universe. See like a nice calming fountain. Alright, there's something over here. Clock quiet and both sides. Kind of remains. That's all about. Or if that was the credits. Oh, talk to her. About your abilities.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
Psychers are only granted the right to live in Emperor's blessing. Where have you been, Terry?
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut, if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have.
Where you come from?
Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best. It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the warp, I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead, in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain. Pay no attention.
Ever finish your story about the first time crossing the warp?
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
What do you do before you came up, be on the ship?
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psychers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
How do you end up in the rogue trader service?
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the von Valancius dynasty.
Have you ever been off the ship?
A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can, after some Amisec. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Got a new story for me?
You bet I do, Lord Captain. Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well, I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to footfall a lot. But on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrive at the place, and what a place! All the gentlemen and ladies dressed to kill, showing off their encrusted implants, all clustered around little tables. Well, turned out it was a gaming den. And not just any gaming den, but one run by somebody with deep pockets for people with just as much cash to splash. You should have seen it. People gambling away planets in a game of regicide. Anyway, so the Lord Captain wanted me to help her beat some guy. So I tell her, the chips won't land in your favor. You'll get a bad hand. Don't sit down at that table, your ladyship. But did she listen? Of course she didn't. If there's one thing she never lacked, it's stubbornness. So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. And everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been, it turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet psyker along with him. One of those ones who just scuttle around in footfall's underbelly. And the psyker just freaked out, I guess. After all the commotion, people went to see what happened in the room. And they'd all gone for each other's throats. Literally. With teeth. And I think they completely detached that asteroid from footfall and pushed it off into open space so it would head off toward the local star.
So like being a psyker.
You could ask yourself that question, eh, Lord Captain?
I mean, that is true. I was wondering.
Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it.
How you live with this whispering in your head?
Training, habit, and a little amasec and a couple other things you can get on the lower decks. If you put all those together, it makes things bearable. Sometimes I even wonder if I'm imagining half the voices I hear. You know, when life on board gets a little boring. Better than listening to the living, anyhow.
What would happen if your door burst open?
Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Trust me. I know how to keep my valuable head locked up tight.
Are you afraid of losing control?
Only losers who are afraid of their own gift lose control. Or idiots who never figure out what they are before it's too late. Or little kids who want to play around with their shiny new toy. If you don't know the limits of your abilities, or you're always bouncing around in your own head, that's a recipe for disaster.
Can you see my future? There.
Alright, that's what I'm here for after all. So, I'm just going to lean on that door in my head a little more, prick up my ears, and listen to what the warp's got to say about you. If you'll allow it, I can listen right now.
Sure.
Alright, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. The chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
Hear your augury. What awaits me in the future? Didn't I just ask her? Do you know Theodora von Valencia well?
None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off that if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice.
Things are strained between you and Argenta, isn't that right?
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Let's hear your augury.
All right, let's hear what they're whispering. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now... Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Alright. Bridge officer. Meetings with captain. Victim. Woodsman. Arms.
Lord Captain,
Let's talk about things that may be useful to me and a rogue trader.
a noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Outline the situation in Chrono 6 months for me. What do I need to keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only
major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
What are the main players I need to be aware of in the Coronis Expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbalaka Mission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Conrad, previous Master of Whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
That's all for now.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
I'd like to know more about my seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself. What were you before you became Theodora's seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the Rogue Trader's personal council. It was a difficult choice for me, but I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force, one who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the Naval Command who was willing to impede the wishes of the Rogue Trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. Well, the Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy, contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world, and which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
The way you talk to Theodora, I'm beginning to think you were in love with her.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
Have a family?
I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship, and I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
Thank you, I have no more questions.
Of course.
You call me by my first name if you wish.
I thank you for the honor, but I must decline. As a former military officer, I believe in the importance of order in all things, including the chain of command. You are the Lord Captain, my direct superior. I am not prepared to address you in any way other than as regulation dictates.
I must take my leave. Till next time, Seneschal.
Lord Captain.
Alright. Okay. Alright, talk to everyone. Okay. I am going to end it from here. Save. Yeah. Save that. And yeah, we'll probably get back to this in a later time. Yeah, it seems I am just getting started on it, so we'll start doing some quests, looking at the map, doing a lot of dialogue stuff. If there's no actual dialogue, I'm just gonna end up skipping it. I don't want to read that all the time. But yeah, be sure to follow, subscribe, check your alerts. I'll post when I'm on. But yeah, have a great one.